Hey everyone, it's Krystallee here. So you want to make sure your kids understand why you're separating. But there's a fine line in making them understand and giving them the details, the events that occurred, the way you feel about them, dragging the other person through the mud, giving them explicit information that they don't need to know. It wouldn't change the outcome or their view of what's happening. And so we want to ensure that we take care of the most important entity in this separation when two people are going their ways. That most important entity are the kids, the children, or child if you only have one. So how do we ensure that we can let them know, given the terrible situation that you found yourself in, that this relationship is ending? How can we ensure that they understand and will know what we feel and how things will look like moving forward? Well, it's really ideal to get them in a place of just understanding. And it's not understanding what you've gone through. It's understanding why the household no longer will be a unit. So kids will tend to take on some beliefs that they could have saved the family if they were just better kids, if they did more, if they just didn't do that one thing that led to that other thing. They tend to want to compensate or take some responsibility for the fact that the family unit is breaking up. So we want to make sure we explain that to them. So here are 3 steps to getting your conversation to the point where your child does have a general understanding and help ease them through this process of massive change. So the only thing you want to explain to them is how life is going to look like moving forward, and reinforcing to them that you love them, that you care for them, that you're there for them. And letting them know, giving them a really good picture in their mind what life will look like moving forward with you and with your partner. And that'll help them feel assured as well as secured that they can still rely on you, that you're not abandoning them, that it's not their fault that this has happened. It's reassuring them that there is going to be a future that is bright and cheerful and amazing for them, that is not going to be terrible and destructive and lonely. So they need that reassurance. They need to be built up to reassure them that this is going to be their future moving forward. So give them a really great picture to think about. And kids think in pictures, and so do we actually, but we are more conscious thinking as adults. We can interrupt that picture, that imagination that we have, that great childlike imagination. But children are always within their imagination. So I want you to build up what that would look like with pictures that you can create in their mind by giving them reinforcing, encouraging words and painting that picture of what that would look like moving forward. And I also want you to say to them that you love them. Give them words of love, encouragement, support. That's what they need to hear during this time. And stay away from blame, shaming, or pointing fingers at anybody. We want to stay away from that because they won't understand that. And that's not something that they need to understand. And then we want to allow them to ask questions, and they will have questions. They will have questions. And it's very important to allow them to ask questions, to allow them to explore what's going on with you and the changes that are going to be happening, whether that be like moving to different schools, or maybe how much time am I going to be spending with you and with your other partner. So making sure that their questions are answered so they can feel secure that they understand or have a general childlike understanding of what's going on. And last and not least, reinsure that they know it's not their fault. It's not because of them. That's the number one problem sometimes when this happens, when this breakup of a family unit happens, kids tend to take on roles and responsibilities of adults because they're trying to fix things. They're trying to compensate for the lack thereof something else, maybe lack of a parent not being there or providing the nurturing love to a parent that is there that they aren't getting from a partner. So they try to fill those shoes. Children are always trying to make good, make happy, take care. Kids are really good. They have such a good heart. I love them. And so we need to ensure that we remind them and we reinforce to them that it's not their fault, that there's nothing that they could have done. This was a decision between you and your partner, and you will be open to helping them through however they feel. And encourage them to talk about their feelings. Encourage them to connect with you, because that's how you can ensure that they're getting what they need when the household is torn into two. So comment below on how you feel about this technique. If you feel like this is something that is hard or easy to do, because foremost, everybody wants to make sure that the kids and the children are taken care of and want to lessen the damage done upon them. So let's try to cultivate a supporting environment by making sure that we talk to them kind of like how we talk to a friend, right? You know, it's just a little person, but how would we talk to a friend in this scenario without giving too many adult details, but in a way that they can understand and process in their little minds to make sure that their future is still bright? I hope you're able to get some value out of that today. I'll see you soon.